It's time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now, Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Well, in Tiger Talk, Stan Stevens, Coach Jared Patterson, coach of Salem Tigers, go down to Houston and come away with a big tournament win. Coach, congratulations to you and the boys. Very, very hard-fought win over Bakersfield to get that championship.
Yes, the boys came out, played with a lot of heart. They worked really hard for this one, faced a really good Bakersfield team, and the boys just played really well, played good basketball. They had Gavin Paul dominate inside. He had a real big game. Our guards played really well, Braden Gapsch, Lincoln, Brody, Moody, those guys. And then our bigs, like I said, Paul, Luke, Roy, Barry, they all played really solid minutes. And it was just a good team effort against a very good team. I was very pleased with how our boys played.
You reduced the turnovers down to about 10. Your steals were at about 9. You were 15 of 19 from the free throw line. Coach, it's just about the way that, we've talked about it back early on. This is what you wanted to see out of your Salem Tigers. And when they put it all together like they did on Saturday, you can see the result.
Yes, we've been hitting those hard free throws for sure, and then taking care of the basketball, and then being able to put a little bit of pressure on other teams. And we went through our adversity early on in the year, playing really good teams, and coming up short, just being really close in games, just not being able to close it out. So be able to close that one out in a championship game, I was very proud of the boys.
Getting down to Luke Pryor, hitting those free throws down to stretch, Coach. I know Luke has struggled a little bit when he gets in some of those tight spots, but he really came forward, got you 10 points in the game, 10 much-needed points.
Yes, he played really well. Very talented young man. He's been working really hard, and just knocking down those crucial free throws late in the game just puts it away. And it was really nice to not have a buzzer beater or overtime or anything. Just have a regulation win was really, really nice.
You struggled a little bit in that second quarter, just couldn't find the basket. Only had 5 points in that second quarter, Coach, but come out and reverse the roles against Bakersfield in that third quarter, outscoring them 14-6. That really changed the course of that game, because I thought at that time in that third quarter you could see where Salem had taken momentum of the game.
Yes, that second quarter, I'll give it to Bakersfield. They scouted us really well, shut down some things we wanted to do, and just wasn't working. Halftime, we talked about it. Put in a little bit more motion in that third quarter, and that just things kind of clicked, and just got our athletes the ball in space, and was really, really well organized basketball for our team, just spacing and moving the basketball and then crashing the glass, getting some offensive rebound putbacks. Was really huge for us.
We talked about it before we came on the air, Coach, but Lincoln Thomas and Braden Gapsch at halftime did not have a point in the contest, which is very, very surprising. Now, Lincoln battling a little bit of an illness, but, boy, they really were kind of tailing Braden. They were not giving him any open shots, and finally he was able to get away from those guards and were able to get some free shots in that third quarter. Hit a couple of big threes in that third quarter, and that really did open up the game for the Salem Tigers.
Yes, they had some pretty tough defense on our guards for sure. And we've been preaching for the kids to throw it to the post more and just get some more paint touches, things like that, to open it up for our guards. And that second half, we really did a good job of doing that. And then, our bigs were scoring, so, they were crashing in a little bit more, and that opened up some shots. I think Braden was the only one to hit any outside shots, and he was hit 3 big ones. A couple of them were really pretty much NBA threes, and so for him to be able to hit those shots is just crucial for our team.
You mentioned the big guys. We already talked about Gavin Paul. We also talked about Luke Pryor, but I thought that Dan and Barry came in and did a great job for you. He came in, gave Gavin a little bit of a breather, but he stepped up, got you 4 big points, got some big rebounds at the time. Coach, you need that effort from every single guy that comes on the floor, don't you?
Yes. Dan Barry had a couple big rebounds, some putbacks, things like that. He played really well for us. Just a big guy, and just works hard and gives us everything he has. Roy Stevens had a nice and one, attacked the basket, and then made the free throw. It was just it was just really fun to see the whole team come together, and just every single guy stepped up in different moments. Moody made some plays, Brody made some plays, and just this whole week was really good for us to get back on track and, just have some confidence going into the rest of our conference play. We have a couple non-conference games coming up, but every game from here on out is pretty important. So to just get some confidence, see the ball go through the hoop, and win some games is just great for our guys.
And these two non-conference games coming up are kind of tough. Steelville Cardinals and the Bunker Eagles. We all know Bunker was undefeated for their first 12 games, so they're playing good. Steelville's playing pretty good basketball, and we're going to their gym, which is always a tough place to play. Coach, it's good to be going into those locations, playing some very good basketball.
Yes, we've struggled on the road, having a young team. I think we're 0-4 right now on the road, and it's been a couple games where we have had the lead or had a very good chance to win late in the game and came up short. So, our boys have been working hard, learning, growing. So I feel real confident going into these games this week. Both of them very tough matchups, but I think our boys are up for it.
Talk to me a little bit about the Steelville Cardinals, Coach.
Steelville has a bunch of guards that can play. They got some guys that can shoot. They handle the ball really well. I think out of their top 8 guys, 5 are seniors and 3 are juniors, so a very mature team. They've been well coached. They play really good, hard-nosed, man-to-man defense. The best player is Harris in the middle, 6'5", athletic kid, can really do a lot of things. Likes the mid-range, but can step out and shoot the three. Shot blocker, can jump out of the gym. And then they got a couple guards that can play, and so it'll be a fun game. They have a good team, and especially at their place, they're going to be tough. They're going to be ready to go. I don't think they played for a while, so it should be a good contest for us. It's
a small gym. It gets loud in there in a big hurry, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, their crowd's always into it. So we're expecting a big crowd, big loud environment, and so we're ready to go. We've been playing good basketball, so we're ready to get back out there and play.
All right, Coach. The best of luck tonight against the Cardinals of Steelville. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball. It is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson, brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is next.
Spring Training 2025 in Jupiter, Florida is just around the corner, and the boys of summer will be back on the field before we know it.
With amazing feats, unforgettable moments, and spectacular plays you won't soon forget. We will be there from the first pitch to the final out.
Bringing you all the excitement right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Listen to Cardinals Spring Training games every weekend starting February 22nd, right here on KSMO Radio.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
It's time now for exclusive coverage of Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO. Today's action is brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, The Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town & Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Moe's Cleaning Services.
And we welcome you to Steelville, Missouri. Stan Stevens bringing you Tiger basketball. The Cardinals of Steelville take on the Tigers of Salem. The Cardinals of Steelville have won a couple of games in a row, did not play last Friday, and they had a scheduled game, and that was rescheduled. And so they're getting ready to take on the Salem Tigers, who have won 3 straight games after taking the Houston tournament and playing very well on Saturday night. So the Cardinals have been off about 11 days since they played the St. James tournament. And they won, beating St. James in overtime, the consolation game, 55-52. So Tigers are looking to continue their streak. They got today, and then they've got Friday down at Bunker. Got to be a tough place to play as the Eagles are undefeated at home, and they will take on and host the Salem Tigers. But first, the Cardinals of Steelville, and the starting lineups: Lincoln Thomas, Luke Pryor, Brody Ray, Braden Gaps for Salem, as well as Gavin Sapoff for Steelville, Vincent Lorraine, Gage Harris, Cale Cottrell, Malachi Bruno, and Aiden Settles. And they'll redo the tip. As they got started, they had people on the floor. They did not want to get it tipped yet. So it'll be Gage Harris against Sapoff. Ready to get this one underway. And earlier tonight, JV did win it for Salem, 59-34. Cale Cottrell has it for Steelville in their home whites with a trim of red and black on the hip side and on the belt line. Salem Tigers have their navy blue uniforms. Jump shot up, no good. Brought down by Sapoff on a shot taken there by Harris. Sapoff with his first rebound. They have 14 of them on Saturday against Bakersfield. Here's Thomas moving into the left corner. Bounce pass down low for Sapoff. Ball still loose on the floor, tied up. Possession arrow will favor the Salem Tigers. Aiden Settles right behind Sapoff deflected that ball. And on the floor, both players were able to tie that ball up. The inbound comes back to Sapoff. Right at the top of the key. Giving it off to Gaps. Goes down low to Pryor. Pryor guarded there by Harris. Kicks it back out for Gaps. That's going to go back court and stolen by Steelville. Here they come right back. Out on the perimeter. Waiting for it there is Settles. All the way across the floor. Trying to get it down low. They do up and in to Aiden Settles, who banks it home. Points off turnovers. Same one as that first turnover. First steal for Steelville. 2-0 Cardinals. Save logging out on Gaps. Gaps looking inside to Pryor. Can't get it there. Man-to-man coverage right now by Steelville. Here comes Thomas up. Lays it off the glass. It won't go. Ball tipped up straight in the air. It comes down on the hands of Malachi Bruno. Bruno brings it across the timeline. Half-court defense for the Salem Tigers. Bruno beyond 3, flipping it down low into the corner. Harris back on top to Bruno. Bruno right side pass to Lorraine. They'll go in the corner 3 up and no good. Looks like taken down there by Harris. He puts it back up and down. Shot missed from the corner by Lorraine, but Harris was there for the rebound. The putback 4-0. Steelville. Here comes Ray. He has that ball stolen away. 2 turnovers for the Salem Tigers. Shot missed, though, and brought down by Pryor. So another turnover by the Salem Tigers, another steal by Steelville, but that one did not hurt. Gaps with a quick 3. It won't go. Pryor has that rebound, his second of the game. Thomas back to Brody Ray. Ray coughed that last one up pretty easy. Ray trying to get to the corner, kicks it back to Thomas. Back to Ray. Brody on the perimeter, trying to drive baseline. Trying to kick it down to Pryor. Pryor had that ball taken right out of his hands. Tigers being a little bit lackadaisical here early on. Quick pass on out, kicking it outside, waiting for it. There's Bruno. Bruno to Harris. Harris at the high post. Kicks it back to Lorraine in the corner for a 3. And Vincent Lorraine hits at 7-0 Steelville. They drop back in their half-court man-to-man defense, which has been smothering so far. And a timeout called by Coach Patterson. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance. If you have just got married or divorced, take a timeout to update the beneficiary of your life insurance. Call Jonah 729-5165. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball, KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, get a Hopkins Flow Tool Giant Quick Fill Funnel for $6.99, a Performance Tool Mini Refillable Jet Torch for $18.99, Total Inflator Gauge for $27.99, and Duralube Engine Treatment $12.99 for the quart size. That's a K&H Auto Supply right here in Salem.
Park City. Yeah, Park City. Park City.
I want to thank our friends at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon for sponsoring our Tiger Talk today. See Alicia, Katie, or Candy at 101 West 4th Street, downtown Salem. Bring you our Tiger Talk for every game on KSMO Media. And also thank you to United Country Salem Realty for sponsoring our intro to Salem Tiger basketball. Babette Wells, broker, owner. Ball loose on the floor, goes off the hands of Thomas. It'll be long, or it goes off the hands, of Settles. Salem Tigers will have it. 5 minutes to go in this, the first quarter. 7-0 Cardinals. Thomas trying to come in, short jumper up and good. Lincoln Thomas, who not feeling very well Saturday, played anyway, got a couple of points late in the game on free throws, but otherwise good to have him back looking a little bit more healthier tonight. Quickly down, Steelville comes the other way. First layup missed, brought down by Brody Ray. And it goes out of bounds off of, I believe, Harris. I believe actually Sapod tipped that ball down to Ray. So I'm going to give that to Sapod for that rebound. 7-2 our score. Thomas guarded by Bruno. Trying to get away from him. Does very nicely. Runs into Harris. Harris right on top of him. Gets away, fires at the gaps. Tight man-to-man coverage. Now Pryor underneath the basket. Too far down. Is underneath the basket. Sapod gets that rebound off the glass. Too hard. Put back up and in by Brody Ray. 7-4 the score. Long pass down to Lorraine. Lorraine on the baseline. Comes down. Fadeaway jumper. Trickles in. 9-4 Steelville. 4 minutes to go in this, the first quarter. Ray has it. Driving down. Gets by one man down to Staples, who is fouled. I believe it's going to be Aiden Settles that gets that foul. But we will see. And it is on Settles. It's a shooting foul. Safe on the line to shoot two. And the first free throw is no good. Salem 15 of 19 from the stripe over at Houston against Bakersfield. This next free throw is also no good. That's not the way to start from the free throw line tonight. 3:50 to go. Bruno has it, flips it down low to Harris. Harris in the paint, kicks it outside on the perimeter. Back to Bruno, back to Harris. Trying to go baseline as the ball go off of his knee, out of bounds. It should belong to Salem Tigers unless a Tiger player tipped it last. We'll see. They're going to call it a turnover on Steelville. Their first of the game. I didn't think it did anybody, but we are at the far end of the court on the stage. And that area we cannot see very well. Here's Gaps with it. Gaps stops. Double team. Trying to flip it back to Thomas. Thomas trying to drive in. Thomas on the perimeter. Getting away from Settles. Goes on top to Pryor. Pryor kicks it to Brody Ray. Ray trying to dance in. Back to Pryor. Pryor beyond three. Inside it goes to Gaps. Gaps gets away. Lays it up and in. Nice move by Braden Gaps. We go between two Cardinals. And the Salem Tigers trail it by 3. Settles has it. Left side pass for Cottrell. Cottrell down the corner. That pass hits the out-of-bounds line. On the right, actually the sideline right in front of the Salem bench. Cade Moody and Stevens check in for Salem. No substitutions for Steelville yet. Here's Moody. Driving in. Gives it back off to Thomas. Lincoln on that perimeter. On top it goes to Stevens. Stevens drives in back to Moody. Moody stops, gets away from Bruno. Goes back to Thomas. 2:40 left to go. First quarter, 9-6 Steelville. Pass to Gaps. Gaps guarded there by Lorraine. Gaps drives to the paint. Has that ball knocked down. Ball's tied up and stolen away by Steelville. So a turnover, the fourth of the Salem Tigers. Salem with a little forecourt pressure, but right now Bruno gets it into the offensive zone. Driving down to Settles. He lays it up and in. Count the basket and a blocking foul called on Sapon. That wasn't much of anything. And they're going to say the foul was on the floor. No basket. Foul on Sapon. That shot blocked there by Safe on the inbound. Back up to Salem Tigers. Here's Thomas. Down comes to Roy Stevens. His shot blocked there by Harris, and back the other way, Lorraine. Down low to Harris on the baseline. Harris trying to get away from Sapal. He's tied up, and a jump ball will ensue. Possession arrow will favor Steelville. 2:06 to go, first quarter. Good job by Gavin Sapal to tie up Gage Harris. Inbound comes back to Bruno. Top of the key, left side pass. Getting it there is Lorraine. He already has a 3 in this game. Pass down low on the baseline, put up and in by Aiden Settles. His second basket. And it's a 5-point Steelville lead. There's Moody all the way down off the glass. It trickles in. Steelville defense a little slow in coming back. And here they come right back. Settles in. Lost the ball. And a foul, I believe, called on Salem. Roy Stevens. Carter Mason and Jackson Woods checking the game. Lorraine checks out. And Settles checks out. The inbound pass comes to Harris underneath the basket. And another foul called on Roy Stevens, I believe, trying to take that ball out of Harris's hands. So Roy Stevens with 2 fouls now. He'll check out. Brody Ray back in. And this is a shooting foul. So Gage Harris to the line will shoot 2. Third team foul on Salem. They trail it by 3. Really wasn't in the act of shooting. The officials talk about it. They're not going to change their mind, I don't think. Oh, well, they did call it on the floor. Okay. Well, they did talk about it. Barry's going to check in for the Salem. Inbound pass goes back to Bruno. Bruno. Pass across to Harris on the perimeter. Harris. Back to Bruno. A minute and a half left to go first quarter. 11-8 our score. Ball right now in the hands of Cottrell. Back to Bruno. Down low intended for Harris. Harris double team. Goes outside to go in the corner. Cottrell with a quick 3. It's nowhere near. Put back up and missed. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Harris after being brought down by Mason. He missed the putback, and then Harris had the ball go off his hands out of bounds. Salem Tigers will inbound it. Half-court defense by Steelville as Brody Ray brings it to the timeline. 1:10 to go. First quarter. Here's Sapon. Turns, spins, kicks it outside to Moody. Moody spinning. Trying to go back to Gaps. It does. Gaps down low to Barry. Barry guarded by Harris. Barry turns, spins. Looks, goes outside to Ray. Brody Ray down the baseline. Flipping it back out to Gaps. Open for the 3. Takes it. Off the front of the rim. No good. Sapon with a rebound and a flip up is good. Good strong board by Gavin. Salem down by 1 as Harris has it. Harris gets by Brody Ray all the way down. He walks with the ball. I think they're going to call a blocking foul on Salem. That would be on Sapon. That would be number 2. Tigers can't afford to have Sapon or anybody get in foul trouble here early in the game. Harris a little out of control, and I thought they may call him for a travel because when he ran into, again, that's not a shooting foul. The inbound, Salem now with 14 fouls, though. The ball knocked out of bounds by Moody, stays with Steelville as Mason had it flipped it out to Woods, and Woods had that ball knocked away. 35.8 seconds left. Malachi Bruno inbounded, getting it in to Cottrell. Cottrell at the top of the key. Goes back to Bruno. 30 seconds left. Go in the corner. Quick 3 up and missed. Brought down by Steelville. Put up and missed again. Ball tipped around. Still loose on the floor. Finally brought down by Davis. Davis' shot blocked there by Dan and Barry, and they're going to call Barry for a foul. Davis will go to the line with 18.9 seconds left. First free throws for Steelville, and that one spins in. 12-10 our score. First quarter action here from Steelville High School Gymnasium. next free throw is also good. Back to a 3-point Cardinal lead as Ray will bring it up. 13 seconds to go on the clock in this first quarter. Ray off to Gaps. Gaps trying to get open, trying to get a pick, backs up, stops, trying to go down low to Barry. 2 seconds left, down to 1. Gaps quickly in the fire, but no shot taken by the Salem Tigers. They let the clock run out, and after 1 quarter of play, it's 13 for Steelville, 10 for Salem. We'll come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
And welcome back to Steelville. It takes a lot of great sponsors to allow us to bring you Tiger basketball, like the Hotspot Tanning in Tuxas at 1114 South Main Street, the Crossroads Shopping Center, offering 24-hour tanning. They also have red light therapy. And for guys on special occasions when they come up, need to get a tux, they've got them at the Hotspot Tanning in Tuxas. Call 573-729-8699. Talk with Stephanie or the gang at Hotspot Tanning and Tuxas, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Caden Moody will inbound it. Salem did not get a shot off in that last opportunity before the quarter ended. Brody Ray has it, guarded by Malachi, and Bruno makes him pass it over to Gaps. Gaps trying to drive in, gets cut off by Cottrell. Turns around, spins inside to Bruno, to Moody. Moody had trouble with the pass, gets it back, though, flipping it outside to Gaps. Gaps, top of the key, driving in. 9-footer, it floats in. 5 different scores for the Tigers in that first quarter to amass their 10 points. Gaps, the first one with more than 2 points. Here comes Cottrell. Just underway second quarter. Cottrell, top of the key. Gets it across, going to Bruno, back inside. Short jumper misses. Ball tipped and goes out of bounds off of Luke Pryor. Mason had the shot, but it wouldn't go down. Rebound battle for it, but Pryor knocked it out of bounds, and Cale Cottrell inbound it, does to Bruno. Bruno going from left to right, had that ball almost stolen away. Flip it was right into the hands of Steelville. Davis has it in the paint, kicks it outside, ball high, but brought down by Bruno. Minute into this, the second quarter, 1-point ball game, 13-12. Bruno passing it back and forth with Cale Cottrell on their center court. Looking inside, trying to get it there to Mason. The Tigers get their first steal of the game. And for Steelville, their third turnover. Pass in the corner to Ray. Ray stops, takes a 10-footer off the glass. Will not go. And battled for and brought down by Woods. Woods gets by Moody. Woods in the offensive zone to the hole. And he is fouled. He takes the shot. And Brody Ray may be picking that one up. So Ray will get the foul. To the line will go Woods. Woods made a dandy spin move around Caden Moody. Well, not kind of a spin, but more of a pirouette move. Free throw is good by Woods. Settle's going to come back in the game. And Woods' next one also good. Steelville 4 for 4 from the stripe. Salem 0 for 2 from the stripe. We're in the first half. 15-12 our score. Gaps comes down, kicks it outside to Lincoln Thomas. Puts up the 3. It's off the front of the rim. And foul called there on Woods. He kind of did a little back grab on Luke Pryor. I haven't seen that one before. We reached behind him as Pryor's trying to go over the rebound and kind of tackled him. Inbound comes out to Pryor, top of the key. Back in the corner, Gaps. Gaps on the perimeter. Spins, turns to the hole, floats it up, will not go. And Davis has that rebound for the Cardinals. Off to Bruno with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Getting it to Settles, back to Bruno. Back to Settles. They play on the perimeter out near center court. Salem in the zone right now as the ball goes back in the corner to Settles, to Bruno. Back to Settles, back to Bruno. Again, right on that perimeter, back to Settles. In the corner, Woods. Woods floats one up and gets it to go. Jackson Woods from 10 feet. And the lead back to 5 for Steelville with 5.5 to go in the half. Couple Tigers with a couple fouls in this game. Brody Ray puts up a 3. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Tipped and brought down by Bruno. Tigers aren't making any shots here in the second half. A long 3 up and good by Woods. And Woods with a quick 7 points in this second quarter. And the Steelville lead extending out to 8. Salem misses on one end, a 3, and they come right back and hit a 3 of their own. What a big difference that can be. Here's Pryor all the way down off the glass, and a foul on the floor as Luke was driving in, so no shooting foul. Carter Mason gets his first foul. He'll check out of the game along with Davis. Harris back in the game. And Landon Matthews in for the first time. Gaps trying to get it in. Bounce that ball off of the Steelville player. As nobody got open. Pryor and Stevens did not really make any maneuvers, leaving Brody Ray and Lincoln Thomas the only ones open. Here's Thomas now in the corner. Fadeaway jumper. It's short. Goes for his own rebound. Can't get it. That's a Lincoln Thomas automatic. Quickly down the other way. Up and in by Matthews. And the Cardinals are pulling away here early as the Tigers are missing virtually every shot. Pass goes outside. A timeout called by Coach Patterson. Sam's only got 2 points in this second quarter. Steelville outscored them 9-2 with 4:43 to go. The timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance. Jonah Schaefer, your agent, 1104 South Main Street. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
I'd like to thank the great sponsors who make it possible for us to bring you Tiger basketball, like Discount Bins at 1201 Scenic Earth Boulevard East in Salem. Remember, they're closed on Thursdays to restock, but then they offer some incredible values all the way starting on Friday and going all the way into the following week. Check them out. Call 573-543-2113. Discount Bins in Salem. Braden Gaps has the inbound. Tigers down by 10. Gaps trying to get into the paint. Almost lost it. It's tied up. Gets it back now to Stevens. Roy will get fouled by Settles. Trying to make the drive. Roy kind of lost his footing, and then Settles actually leaned into him. So Settles gets his second. 3 team fouls now on Steelville. Bruno checks out as Lorraine comes back in. Inbound comes to Stevens on the perimeter. Getting away from Settles, goes back to Lincoln Thomas. Thomas gets a pick, trying to drive in, but can't. Gets cut off. Good job there by Lorraine. Thomas off the glass, banks it in. Nice shot by the Tiger guard. Quick pass the other way, and almost stolen there by Pryor. He got in the passing lane on the one intended from Woods to Settles. He got his hand out there, but only could deflect it out of bounds. Lorraine for the Cardinals, handing the ball off to Woods. And they hand it off right now to Matthews. Matthews, top of the key. Flips it left side. Waiting for it there is Woods, who has a 7-point second quarter. Another three-pointer taken, missed, and brought down. It settles one over the back of the Salem Tiger player. He'll get his third foul. And he'll check out. And Mason back in. 22-14. Cardinals on top. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Gaps will hand it off to Pryor. Pryor trying to dance around, goes back outside to Brody Ray. Ray all the way inside. Can't get the shot off, goes back to Gaps. Gaps guarded there tightly by Woods. Goes against Mason now as they hand him off. Steelville Cardinals very good that handoff on man-to-man. Right now with it, trying to drive in is Ray, giving it back to Thomas. Thomas to the paint, to Gaps for a three-pointer. It's good. First three for the Salem Tigers are back to within 5. Ball down the corner, going quickly to Mason. Mason fires it down, putting it up and in. Under the basket was Matthews. On the fast break. 24-17. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Braden Gaps out near center court. He stops, puts up a long three. It's no good off to the side. Brought down by Brody Ray. Ray giving it to Stevens. Now back to Thomas. Thomas trying to draw Steelville with him, getting it to Ray. Ray to the paint. Back to Thomas in the corner. Guarded there by Mason. Goes to Brody Ray. Ray trying to drive in. Scoops it up. Missed it. Brought down underneath. And keeping it alive was Lorraine. Took it the other way, Harris. All the way down. Fires it across. Backing up, putting up the three and missing it was number 32 Woods, but bringing it down for the rebound was Harris, and then foul called on Salem. Braden Gaps gets his first foul. They're going to call it a shooting foul. So Harris goes to the line to shoot 2. And his free throw is good. Salem not getting the free throw line here. Only 2 free throws. That back in the first quarter, and they missed them both. Steelville so far is 5 for 5 in the stripe, and they lead it by 8. Make it 6 for 6. Makes a big difference hitting free throws. But Salem right now not using an inside game like they did against Bakersfield. They've been really, really relying on the perimeter. Brody Ray. Ray on that perimeter. Trying to drive in. Stops. Takes it to the hole. Flips it up. Counts the basket. And he draws the foul. Foul called on Steelville. Still. The foul's on Cale Cottrell. I got to wait for them to figure out. They had a 0, but didn't know what other one. Ray's free throw is good. They're 1 out of 3, down by 6 right now. Tigers tie up. Woods in the corner, and Coach Josh Bridget calls timeout for the Steelville Cardinals. 26-20. Steelville on top. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance Agent Jonah Schaefer in the Crossroads Shopping Center. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
The Bank of Salem Shazam Bolt's mobile app offers you a safe, easy, and fast way to manage your accounts, identifying potential fraud, finding surcharge-free ATMs, checking your balance, and providing alerts for purchases exceeding your designated amounts. Anytime, anywhere, even when the bank is closed, all from your mobile device. Shazam Bolts, a safer, easier, and faster mobile solution. Stop by the Bank of Salem for enrollment information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Message and data rates may apply.
I'd like to thank those great sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you Tiger basketball. Like Mo's Cleaning Service, Melissa Callahan, residential or commercial. If you need a nice cleaning job done, give Melissa a call, 573-201-0430. Melissa's Cleaning Service, better known as Mo. Get Mo for your money. Cardinals have it on the inbound. Harris trying to fire that ball in. Stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Their second steal. And just a 4th turnover for the Cardinals. Here's Thomas with it. Minute 40 to go. Thomas looking in the corner, but nobody there. Out on top to Brody Ray for the three. It's offline. Nobody on the floor to take it. And it's brought back by Cottrell. 3-on-1 out of Harris, who slams it home. Boy, that ball just kept, that rain came raining down on the floor, and there was not a Tiger that went after that rebound. Ray has it. Getting it back to Stevens. Stevens getting it to Pryor. His shot is blocked, but a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Carter Mason. They're down by 8. With a minute 13 to go in the half. Mason gets his second. Pryor, who is not on the board yet, hits that free throw. Sapaw's got in foul trouble, been on the bench since back late in the first quarter. Pryor hits them both. That has really hurt the Tigers here in the second quarter. Here's Mason with it. Getting it to Woods. Goes in the corner to Lorraine for a three, and he hits. Vincent Lorraine buries a three, and it'll lead to 9 for Steelville with under a minute to go now left in the first half. Brody Ray drives to the corner. Almost lost it. Gets it back. Picks the ball up. Back to Pryor. On top, Stevens. Roy looking inside. Takes it over to Thomas. Lincoln looking for somebody open. Back to Luke Pryor. Pryor back to Gaps. Open. Doesn't take the shot. Gets away. Goes back to Stevens. Stevens down low. Is fouled there, or is he going to walk with the ball? They're going to call travel on Stevens. And the Tigers commit their 6th turnover. That pass intended for Harris goes out of bounds, and Steelville gives it right back. They tried to hit Harris on a crossing pattern, kind of like a slant to go toward the basket, but the pass went awry and went all the way out of bounds almost at the other end of the court. 25.5 seconds left. 31 for the Steelville Cardinals, 22 for the Salem Tigers. Here comes Thomas. Lincoln goes back to Moody. He's back in the ball game. Getting it off to Ray. Ray, the top of the key to the paint, to the hole, trying to scoop it up. Blocked there by Harris. Goes out of bounds with 10 seconds left. It belongs to the Salem Tigers. Gaps quickly to Ray. Ray flipping it out to Pryor. Pryor trying to get it back to Gaps. Goes to Ray. Ray takes the three. It's off the rim. No good. Tipped by Thomas. Brought down by Harris. And that's going to do it for the half. We have played one half, and the Steelville Cardinals outscored the Salem Tigers in that second quarter by a score of 18-12 and lead here at halftime by 9 points, 31-22. Halftime at Steelville. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back with stats. It's Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
New Year's savings are going strong at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, where you'll find Napa Roadrunner Ice Melt, a 20-pound bag for $7.99. Napa Antifreeze starting at $9.99 for the 1-gallon size, and Seafoam products starting at $4.49 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard right here in Salem. And happy holidays from the Napa Auto Parts Store.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today. They're free. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Are you wanting to know what's going on in Salem? It's easy. All you need to do is subscribe to the City of Salem's Text Blast service. First, you need to text the number 855-435-4811. Then text the word CITY for all pertinent alerts and announcements for the city. For alerts concerning utilities, text the word utility. And if you're wanting to know about parks and recreation, just text the word parks. The City of Salem Text Blast service, 855-435-4811. Subscribe today.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Welcome back to Steelville. Stan Stevens with you here, along with the Steelville Marching Band, or I should say their pep band. At 31-22, the Cardinals are on top, and Tigers did not play their best basketball in that second quarter. Got out-rebounded 8-1, then outscored 18-12 after trailing by 3 after one quarter. The Cardinals opening up a 9-point lead as they go into the second half. Leading scorer in the ballgame is Vincent Lorraine. He has 8 points. He's followed by Jackson Woods of Steelville with 7. And then 6 points for Gage Harris. 4 points for Landon Matthews and a couple of points for Parker Davis in the game. Leading rebounder is Gage Harris. He has got 4. Then 2 for Carter Mason, 2 for Malachi Bruno, and then 2 also for Parker Davis. You got 1 by Aiden Settles, 1 by Jackson Woods, Cale Cottrell 1, and also Vincent Lorraine 1. The Salem Tigers, Gavin Sapar with 4 rebounds in the first quarter still leads them in rebounds. Leading them in scoring, though, is Braden Gapsch, followed by Brody Ray. Gapsch has 7, Ray has 5, 4 for Lincoln Thomas, and then 2 each for Pryor Moody and Gavin Sapar. Mentioned rebounding. Luke Pryor has a couple of rebounds, so does Brody Ray, and that's it for the Tigers. Have only 8 rebounds in the game. Steelville with 14 so far in this contest. Salem 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Steelville 6 of 6 from the free throw stripe. Salem Tigers have had 6 turnovers, 2 steals for them. Steelville with 5 turnovers and 4 steals for them. Foul trouble, Aiden Settles of Steelville has 3. Carter Mason has 2. But those are the only 2 at multiple fouls. The Salem Tigers, Gavin Sapar and Roy Stevens, each got 2 fouls in that first half. Earlier tonight, the JV of Salem did defeat Steelville convincingly, 59-34 in the first game of the night. Salem Tigers' next game will be on Friday night down at Bunker. There'll be a girls' game. We'll start things out at 5 o'clock, and we'll be there to bring that one to you on KSMO Media. We'll video stream that girls' game, and then we'll follow that up with a boys' game at about 7:15 to 7:30. As the boys' JV will play after the girls' varsity game, and then the boys' varsity will play. So we'll have both varsity games on KSMO Media video stream. So there will be a separation between games. We'll not be carrying the JV on KSMO Media. So again, that'll be Friday night from Bunker. We'll start things out with Tiger Talk coach Cody Woody at about 4:50. And then we'll have the girls' game live on KSMO Radio and on KSMO Media. Then we'll have a little break, and then they come back, and we'll have the boys' game with Steelville at about 7:15 to 7:30. And with Steelville, with Bunker, from Bunker. And again, a video streamed on KSMO Media and audio on KSMO Radio, AM 1340, FM 95.7. We are at halftime, 31-22 with Steelville on top. I'd like to thank the great sponsors who make it possible for us to bring you Tiger basketball, like Technology Junkyard, where they can repair your TV or computer or electronics. Plus, they can also recycle and repurpose them. Get in touch with them, 573-453-0418, or drop by 37,228 Highway 72 in Salem. Open Monday through Friday, Technology Junkyard. And Legends Auto at 500 West Citigers Boulevard, the corner of Highway 3272 in MacArthur. Give them a call to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape, 573-729-2884. And On the Spot Auto Glass, check them out on Facebook when you have an auto glass problem. Whether it's a crack or you have a full-blown glass breakage, get in touch with them at 573-247-3608. On the Spot Auto Glass, what they do is in their name, they change out your auto glass on the spot. We're going to come back in 2 minutes in the second half. 31-22 Steelville. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan or can't afford to go away to college? Or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Ready to start our third quarter. It's going to be brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. Remember, he can assist you at auto, home, life, business, and other insurance needs. Willie lives in the area and can answer any questions you have. You've got him. Give him a call, 729-4941, and drop by his office, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, Farm Bureau Insurance. Cardinals will inbound the ball to start out this second half, up by 9 points. They get the ball off to Harris. Harris getting to Bruno, back to Harris, now back to Bruno. In the corner, Harris has it again, out on top to Cottrell, back to Bruno on the perimeter. They go inside to Harris, double team, back to Bruno. Tigers double teaming Harris inside as he maneuvers from side to side that high post. They go inside to Harris, kicks it outside, waiting for it there is Cottrell. Going on top, Lorraine with another three. This one's no good, brought down by Pryor. Fire off to Gap. Salem down by 9. Good 40-second possession there by Steelville. The inbound Gap's all the way to baseline. Floats it up. No good, but he is fouled. Braden got to the baseline, tried to float one in. And it'll be on Cale Cottrell. His second, and to the line will go Gaps. Tigers get the free throw. See how the Tigers try and go inside a little bit more. Haven't really done it much this game. very successful against Bakersfield. They really haven't had that success here tonight against Steelville, but they really haven't tried it too much. Back the other way. Here comes Settles. Back on the floor, 3 fouls down to Harris. Harris had that ball taken away from him, and he gets it back and now turns it over to Brody Ray. First steal for Salem. Ray all the way down, lays it up. It will not go. Pryor puts it back up. He is fouled. Brody Ray went all the way down, did all that hard work, and then got himself too far underneath the basket and could not get the arm outside enough to flip it up. Pryor was there, though, to grab that rebound, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 on the foul called on Settles, his 4th. That free throw's no good. Settles will check out. Carter Mason back in. 7-point Cardinal lead. Pryor trying to cut into that one, and he does not. He missed it. And a rebound brought down and fought for by Sapaw as well as Mason. And it's going to belong to the Salem Tigers. But both free throws missed. Tigers will inbound it. Gaps will get into Brody Ray. Right at the Cardinal insignia at center court. Ray on the left wing on top. There's Pryor guarded there by Harris off to Gaps. Man-to-man coverage by Steelville. Gaps turns, spins, goes inside to Sapaw, taking it to the hole, but he's fouled on the floor. And another foul called, this time on Mason. On the baseline as Sapaw got away from him. Gaps flips it in to Pryor, out beyond the arc. Back in the corner, Gaps. Gaps looking baseline, nothing there. Goes to Sapaw. Sapaw gets away from Mason, puts it up, missed it. Ball tipped there by Pryor off to Ray, and Ray banks it in. Good job by Pryor to get it to Ray. And Salem down by 5 with 6:15 to go in the third quarter. With the ball, Bruno. And down the middle of the floor, Harris back to Bruno into the offensive zone. Go back on top, back to Harris at the high post, down to Mason. That shot misses, tipped and brought down by Sapaw. Battle for by 3 different people. Finally, Sapaw able to yank it down to Brody Ray. 5:55 to go. Ray trying to get past Mason. Fires it down low, intended for Sapaw, but off his hand and out of bounds. Ball's a little bit too high for Gavin. Steelville coming back. Tigers a little bit of forecourt pressure. Cottrell getting it over to Mason. Back to Cottrell, back to Mason in the offensive zone. Cottrell hanging on to it. Top of the key to Bruno. Down to Cottrell. Cottrell back to Bruno. Malachi with the three-pointer. It's short. It's an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Ball just a wee bit short. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Half-court defense by Steelville. As Ray tries to go by Bruno. Gets in the offensive zone. Ray gets a bit of a pick. Stops, turns, spins, trying to get out to Pryor. He does. Luke to the paint, to the hole, off the glass, and in. Good strong move by Luke Pryor. Salem back within 3 after trailing it by 10 in the second quarter, then 9 at halftime. Back the other way, though. Here comes Harris for another slam. Tigers got caught in the middle of the floor. Harris came in off the wing. Wide open for another slam. 33-28. Gaps with it. Gaps stops, goes inside to Sapaw. His shot off the glass is good. He counters with that slam with a good play of his own. He's got 4 now. The other way, Cottrell. On top to Bruno. Back to Cottrell, beyond 3. 4.5 to go, third quarter. 33-30 the score. Bruno giving it off to Lorraine, who has a couple of threes in this game. Lorraine open for the 3, didn't take it. Goes back to Bruno. In the corner, it's Cottrell trying to get inside to Harris. Double team. Salem Tigers steal it away. Here's Gapswood all the way down the floor. Gaps underneath the basket. Hits the bottom of the rim and brought down by Lorraine. Up the other way. Mason has it. Mason down to Harris. Across it goes. Short jumper by Cottrell. No good. and brought down by Gaps. Quickly down to Ray. Ray wasn't paying attention, and it goes off the foot of a Steelville player. Brody Ray had his head somewhere else, not in the ball game. He was just cruising down the left wing in front of the Salem bench. Fortunately for him, the pass by Gaps got kicked out of bounds by the Steelville player. Still belongs to Salem Tigers. Cannot imagine what Brody Ray was thinking or listening to or doing. But he was bailed out. Here's Moody in for him. Moving on top to Pryor. In the corner, Thomas trying to get down to Sapaw. Thomas trying to get away from Davis. Banks it in. Count the basket. And he draws the foul. Parker Davis gets his first. Fourth team foul on the Cardinals here in this third quarter as well. Salem, good tide on this free throw by Sapaw. He missed his first two opportunities in the first half. This free throw is not going to count. I think they said that the free throw actually hit. It bounced off the back of the rim. They'll say it hit the support wire. So Gavin 0 for 3 for the stripe. It'll be Cardinal ball. They get it in. Where that ball right now is Woods. Getting it to Bruno, to Woods. And now the ball tipped and goes out of bounds off Pryor. Intended for Vincent Lorraine. And a timeout called by Coach Josh Pritchett with the Salem Tigers coming back from a 9-point deficit. They trail it by 1 with 3:34 left to go here in the third quarter. 33-32. We'll take a 30-second break. That timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance Agent Jonas Shaver, 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds, Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Back to play. Lorraine gets it into Bruno with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. 33-32 the score. Into Mason. Back to Bruno on the perimeter. Out on top, Vincent. Vincent fires it over to Bruno. Down low to Davis. Goes it right in the hands of Sapaw. Salem Tigers with their third steal, but they have not scored on any of them yet. Moody has it. Moody guarded by Davis out on top to Gapsh. Gapsh trying to get it down low, and that ball's going to be stolen away as Sapaw is trying to get to it, but he could not. First steal by Steelville. Second turnover by the Salem Tigers. Pass goes to Vincent. 2:45 to go. Out on top. Woods, who had a three earlier in this game, back to Vincent. Inside to Davis. Stolen away again by the Salem Tigers. Good job. And the fourth turnover by Steelville. 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Moody outside to Gapsh. Gapsh moving from left to right. Guarded by Davis. Goes in the corner to Pryor. Pryor getting some good time here. Here's Sapaw. Shot block. Gets it back. He's going to be fouled there, and I believe it's going to be on Malachi Bruno. And Sapaw back to the line. For Bruno, that's his first foul. Sapaw has 6 points, but he's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. That one's good, and we're tied up. Harris back in for Mason. 33-33, and Salem takes the lead for the first time tonight. 34-33, 2:15 to go. Pass goes in to the offensive zone. There is Woods. On top to Vincent Lorraine. Now back to Woods. Woods trying to dance in. Stops, goes down low to Davis. Shot is not going to go in, but a foul called on Sapaw for a slap on the wrist. Sapaw tried to get in front to block, but he caught the wrist. And Davis will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 for 2 back in the first quarter. Free throw is no good. Sabaugh checks out. Dan and Barry in. Next free throw is good. We're tied again at 34. We're starting all over with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 34-34 our score. Thomas has it. Thomas guarded there by Lorraine. Vincent Lorraine. Now back to Pryor in the corner. On top, Moody. Left side pass to Gaps. Now over to Thomas. Giving it back to Moody. Moody trying to drive in. Stops. Kicks it outside to Thomas. Thomas from 10. That shot will not fall. And it's brought down by Davis underneath. Quickly the other way. Here's Woods. Woods into the corner. Trying to get inside. Can't. Stops. Turns. Bounce pass to Davis. Davis banks it in. Patience by Parker Davis. The Tigers jumped up. Pryor and Gaps both left their feet early. He waited for them to come back down, and then he put it up and in. Here's Thomas. Lincoln giving it back to Braden Gaps. Top of the key. Gets a pick with nothing to shoot. With a minute left to go, third quarter. 36-34, Steelville. Here's Pryor. High jump shot. It does not go. Barry did a baby hook. No good after he brought down the rebound. And then Parker Davis has that one. Quickly in the corner. Here's Harris to the paint, to the hole. Off the glass. Won't go, but he is fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Salem had the lead for a moment at 1 point. But now Cardinals have scored, and they'll go to the free throw line. A foul, by the way, called on Barry, his second. Free throw's good. They've had their chances here. They got a couple of steals, but did not take advantage of them. Actually have had 4 steals in this third quarter. Next free throw is no good, and Thomas has that rebound. 40 seconds to go. Salem down by 3. Lincoln Thomas in the offensive zone to the right corner, guarded by Davis. Fires it out on top to Pryor. Giving it off to Cade Moody. Back to Thomas. Lincoln with 25 seconds left. Guarded there by Lorraine. Stops, takes the three. It's too short. Gets his own rebound. That's wide to the right. Brought down by Harris. Harris the other way. Off to Lorraine. That shot is up and no good. Brought down by Gaps. Gaps the other way. 7 seconds left. Gaps down underneath to Thomas, and he lays it in. Tigers got that second chance, and they bank it in, and they have come back for a 9-point deficit to trail it by 1 here at the end of 3 quarters of play, 37-36. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with the third quarter Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Trust wants you to know they'll work directly with anyone. You don't need a contractor to use their services. Salem Trust can then use their modern engineering software to design and construct the quality trusses specific for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of their work does. Plus, Salem Trust is locally owned and operated. Open Monday through Friday. Call Salem Trust at 729-9276 for more information.
Progressive Ozark Bank's debit card is now ready for your smartwatch or phone. It's compatible with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Samsung Pay. Just upload it to your mobile wallet and go. No more fumbling to find your card when you're in a hurry. Just tap and pay. Simple, easy, and secure. That's the progress of local banking. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured. Where people matter.
Welcome back to Steelville. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader, your agent. When life has their little ups and downs and happenings, get ready for it with the right types of insurance from Farm Bureau. 729-4941-1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. I'd like to thank Salem License Office for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers, both the Lady Tigers and boys. They're at 1104 South Main Street in the Crossroads. Get in touch with them at 573-729-8305. Remember, your real IDs are coming up. They'll be the law on May 25th. If you want to travel, find out how you get yours. Again, 729-8305. Steelville has the ball to open the fourth quarter. Again, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. He went side to Harris. Harris lays it up, missed it. Ball battled for. Harris can't get the rebound, brought down by Moody. 37-36. That was a two-footer by Harris. He missed it. Moody kicks it outside to Thomas. The three, short. It's an air ball, but underneath the basket. Moody couldn't get to it. Brought down under control by Woods. All the way down the floor is Malachi. Now to Harris. He lays it in. He drew the Tiger player to him, and Steelville back up by 3. Here's Moody. I'll be on 3. Kicks it outside to Thomas. Now the 3 for Pryor. That's no good. I don't know why Salem is shooting a whole bunch of threes here early on this fourth quarter and not going inside with a foul called underneath the basket. It's going to be on Woods. His second. Brody Ray back in the ball game for Salem. And the inbound comes out to Ray, out near center court. Ray guarded there by Lorraine. Now Davis, now over to Pryor. Down low, intended for Sapah, but it was way, way too far in front of him. Stolen away by Steelville. Just their second steal down the other way. Bounce pass to Davis. Davis, baseline jumper's good. He just muscled off Sapah. Has a 41-36 game. Salem had a 1-point lead in this one. That's it. Ray taking it all the way down, lays it up, misses it. Sapah with a rebound. He's fouled by Davis. And Gavin back to the line. Gavin 2 of 5 from the line. Missed. Nope, that one got the good bounce. Looked like it was going to hit the rim and bounce away, and then it came back down on the rim and trickled in. Soft rims, I guess. And then that one doesn't go in. Brought down by Harris. Quickly the other way. Spin move and putting it up, missing that shot was Woods, kicking it back out to Lorraine. Lorraine back to Woods, kicks it underneath. Ball deflected. Goes right off the face of Davis, but into the hands of Harris, who puts it home. 6 points, Steelville lead. As Gaps brings it down. Stout puts up a long 3. It's no good. And then brought down by Harris. Harris then walks with the ball. Got the rebound, but then walked with it. As he went to the floor, it'll be Salem ball on the baseline, down by 6. They just had a 1-point lead, then they trailed it by 1, then 3, now 6. Steelville had only 6 points in that third quarter. They've already scored 5. Another turnover by the Salem Tigers. Back the other way. Woods lays it in. Boy, that's just these turnovers the Salem Tigers are having are just killing them. They've had 3 in this fourth quarter, and all 3 the Cardinals have scored on. And they lead it by 8 with 5:45 to go. Coach Patterson calls timeout. Timeout brought to you by Jonas Schaefer, American Family Insurance. 729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
And we always like to thank our great sponsors like Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Dr. Ashley Cunningham at 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Remember, if you have livestock or pets, the vet you need is Dr. Ashley Cunningham at 573-729-4031. Get in touch with them at Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Incorporated. Salem and Bunker coming up Friday night, girls and boys games right here on KSMO Radio and on KSMO Media. We'll be video streaming those games. Girls at 5, the boys game at about 7:15 right here on KSMO. 5:40 to go. Brody Ray has it. Salem Tigers being outscored in this fourth quarter 8-1 already Here's Thomas. He'll take a three, and it's no good. Ball brought down by Sapah, put back up and in. They battled and battled for that rebound. Now the pass almost stolen away by Pryor, but he tips it out of bounds as Woods tried to get it down to Vincent Lorraine. Salem back within 6. But boy, those turnovers cost the Tigers, as did a couple of probably mistimed threes. Quickly in is Lorraine. Getting it back to Bruno. Malachi Bruno handing it off to Woods. Woods on near center court. Trying to drive in, but lost the ball. Got tipped by Ray and went backcourt, but Vincent able to go get it. Now the quick shot at the corner by Woods is up and good for 3. Back to a 9-point Steelville lead. Ray, the top of the key, stops, goes in the corner. Here's Thomas. Lincoln over to Luke Pryor to the hole. Underneath does Sapah. It's blocked by Harris. And quickly a long pass down to Bruno. He's going to lay it up and in. Malachi's first basket on the block by Harris. And then Parker threw him a fastball. Now the Tigers turn it over again. And quickly down here's Bruno again. Then he lays it up and in. And Steelville starting to walk away with this one as the Tigers, with just too many turnovers in this fourth quarter, or second half really, and a drive by Ray. He is fouled, I believe, by Woods. That'll be on the floor. Actually, they're calling on Vincent Lorraine his first. Ray will check out, Moody back in. The Salem Tigers have had 7 turnovers in the second half. Many of them, 5 of those 7, have been here in the fourth quarter. And there's 4 minutes, 7 seconds left to go. That ball tipped by Davis. Went out of bounds. Steelville clamoring that it went off of Sapah, but have not gotten that. So Salem been outscored in this fourth quarter by a 15-3 margin. With the ball gaps. Handing the ball off to Moody. 3:55 to go. Now to Pryor. Pryor over to Thomas. Thomas, they stay on the perimeter. Salem not even trying to get inside. There they go to Sapah. On that baseline, takes it to the hole, lays it in. Sapah with 13 points. Now again, a long pass down to Lorraine. He can't handle it, out of bounds. It belonged to Salem Tigers as Steelville tried another fast break, but Vincent Lorraine couldn't get there in time. Salem down by 11 after falling behind by 13 points, giving up with a 1-point game, giving up quite a few turnovers in the offensive zone, and it really cost them. Here comes Gaps, handing it off to Moody, out on top. Stevens kicks the left corner. Thomas thought about the three, didn't take it. Now to Moody. 3:20 to go. 52-41. Moody all the way in. His shot no good. Brought down by Bruno. Quickly the other way. The pass up to Harris. Puts it up. Missed it. And the ball's taken down by Stevens. He was too far underneath the basket. Harris was wide open. But timeout called on the floor by, I believe, Steelville. 52-41 with 3:06 left to go. And that timeout brought to you as a courtesy of Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent in the Crossroads, 729-5165. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Tiger basketball, KSMO Media.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
I'd like to thank New Life Auto for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers at 583 Highway 68 in Salem, 573-453-2757. New Life Auto, where they can put new life into your automobile. We're in the fourth quarter. Steelville up by 11 after the Tigers had a 1-point lead for one time in this game, 34-33. Steelville was able to tie it and took the lead, 36-34. And Salem since then have been outscored 16-7. 52-41 our score here in this fourth quarter. The Tigers have outscored 15-5. Salem will have the ball in front of the Steelville bench. Again, it's right now a 4-possession game. The Tigers have time, but they're going to have to stop Steelville on the other end. Here's Gaps down. Gaps stops, takes a jump shot. It's good. Braden Gaps has 11 from the baseline. Quick pass up to Lorraine. Now getting it back to Bruno. Malachi, top of the key, trying inside to Harris. Kicks it outside to Lorraine. Vincent Lorraine had that ball tipped and stolen away by Gaps. Tigers' 5th steal. And here comes Gaps down trying to lay it up. Missed it. Ball comes out to Moody. Moody kicking it back to Thomas. Thomas trying to drive down. Lost the ball, and it is kicked by Mason. It'll stay with the Salem Tigers. I'm sorry, kicked there by Woods, not Mason. Inbound comes back to Thomas. 2:15 left to go. Salem down by 9. Thomas stops, trying to get away from Davis. Bounce pass to Stevens. Roy on top to Moody. Down to 2:05. Moody trying to bounce pass it down low for Sapal, but it's stolen away. So that turnover hurts. Tigers had possession, but they didn't get any points. And they wasted about 22 seconds. Our time is of the essence. Here's Malachi and Bruno handing it off to Lorraine. To Woods. Woods trying to drive in. Back to Lorraine, open for the 3. Takes it. It's short. Comes down in the hands of Thomas. Thomas. The other way. Thomas had that pass knocked away. It comes to Stevens. Ball still loose on the floor, and a foul called, I believe, on Steelville. It's going to be on Vincent Lorraine for going for that ball with 1.5 minutes to go. The Salem Tigers wasted a lot of time on that last possession and then turned the ball over. Steelville with their 4th steal as Moody is trying to feed that pass into Sapal on the low post. Tigers need to start shooting 10-footers, 8-footers, something makeable. They're going to have to penetrate, but they'll go back court on the inbound to Thomas with 1.5 minutes left. Salem down by 9. Thomas trying to go baseline. Stops, ball goes out of bounds. He lost it out of bounds, and that's turnover number 9. These are the plays that really hurt Salem here in the second half. Unforced errors. The other way, here comes Cottrell. Trying to get away from Thomas. Flipping it to Harris. Harris crossed the timeline. And he'll be fouled from behind by Lincoln Thomas. Well, before the foul, though, a timeout was called by the Steelville Cardinals with 1:15 to go. So no foul called on the play. 43 for Salem, but 52 for Steelville. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. That timeout brought to you by Jonas Schaefer, your local American Family Insurance agent. Back at 30, Tiger Basketball, KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
K&H Auto Supply in Salem is your battery accessories place. You'll find Superstar 6-gauge 16-foot booster cables for $34.99. Schumacher 2-amp 2-bank battery charge for $67.99. And a Schumacher 85-amp battery charge with engine start, $114.99. That's at K&H Auto Supply.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
I'd like to thank Jet Tire and Auto for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers at 800 South Park Avenue. If you need tires, maybe custom wheels, or maybe need some off-road accessories, they've got you covered. Jet Tire and Auto, 729-3650, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 1:15 to go. Won't take, doesn't have to be a miracle, but it's going to have to take just about that for Salem to come back. Down by 9, 52-43. The Tigers have given the ball away too much in this second half. Inbound, comes back to Cottrell. Cottrell guarded there by Gaps. Down to 1:10 left, and a foul on Gaps. And that is the first foul for the Salem in this, the second half. Or sorry, fourth quarter, I should say. I'm saying do the totals by quarters now. Only 1:07 to go. Three-possession game. Salem down by 9. Inbound comes in quickly, and driving outside is Woods. Woods fouled there by Thomas. Second team foul with 1:03 to go. I'm going to call it on Moody. Could be either one. They were both there, putting their hands on the player. Bruno trying to get in, does. And another foul, this one on Thomas. 1:01 to go. Stevens back comes in the game. The pass stolen away by Moody. Tigers get their sixth steal with a three-pointer up. No good. Tipped and brought down by Woods, and a foul. Oh, you're going to call for a travel. Ouch. So a break for the Salem Tigers, a travel call on Steelville, on Woods as he came down with that rebound and started to go up floor. Inbound comes back to Pryor. 50 seconds left. Salem down by 9. They need to shoot. Here's Gaps trying to take it to the hole. Outside to Moody to Thomas. Thomas lost the ball. Back to Moody. 40 seconds to go. Moody to the paint. Short jumpers. No good. Brought down by Steelville. Sells brings that down. Standing all on his Harris goes for the slam, and he gets it. That's the signature of death right there. The Tigers will lose this one as Steelville goes to 8-7 on the year. That shot missed by Pryor comes down in the hands of Woods. 18 seconds left. They get it off to Settles. Settles kicks it outside to Bruno. They'll just stand out there with a 54-43 win over the Salem Tigers here at home at Steelville. Salem's next game will be Friday night at Bunker. 54-43 the win for Steelville tonight with a strong fourth quarter. And they beat Salem, outscoring them 17-7 in the fourth quarter and winning it, going away 54-43. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back to wrap things up. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Reality check number 36. Shouldn't your personal banker know you, well, personally? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. The first thing we do is get to know you. Are you a planner or a last-second guy? Have a house full of crazy kids or an empty nest? We aren't just your banker. We're your neighbor who helps with money. We might even spring for a cup next time we see you in the coffee shop. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dent County, I've got you covered.
Life just got a whole lot easier with grocery delivery from your Country Mart here in Salem. Now available through Instacart. Skip the trip and shop from the comfort of your own home. Whether it's fresh produce, household essentials, or last-minute needs, Country Mart has you covered. Simply visit their Instacart page, select your items, and schedule a delivery time that works for you. It's just that easy. Support your local grocers, save time, and enjoy the convenience of shopping with Instacart today. Shop from home, shop with ease, shop Country Mart with Instacart.
Relationships.
It's not just being on a first-name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with a kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem, visit our website, or download our free mobile app. The Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Come in and check out the New Year's savings that are going on now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You can save $15 per pair on Tri-Course Force Beam Wiper Blades, Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid Def for $12.79 for the 2.5-gallon size, and STP Motor Oil and Additive Oil Treatment for $4.19 each. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today, and happy holidays once again from Napa Auto Parts Store.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
Well, welcome back to Steelville, where the Salem Tigers' 3-game winning streak came to an end at the hands of the Cardinals. Always tough to play down here, and Tigers had a real strong third quarter, outscoring Steelville 14-6, but they couldn't keep the momentum going in the fourth quarter. Tried a couple of long threes early in the fourth quarter, missed them, and then turned the ball over 4 times in the fourth quarter. That caused them turnovers that caused points, and that was basically the kiss of death right there, those turnovers, and Steelville took advantage of them, getting 8 points off those turnovers, and in doing so turned around that 14-6 deficit in the first quarter, or in the third quarter, that 8-point deficit. They turned around and had a 10-point increase in that fourth quarter and beat the Salem Tigers by a score of 54-43, outscoring them 17-7 in that fourth quarter. So they just turned the tides on the Tigers, and after Salem had one lead in this game, 34-33, it was Steelville the rest of the way, and they get the win, going to 8-6 on the year here at home. Salem Tigers, I mentioned their 3-game winning streak after winning the Houston tournament, comes to an end against a good Steelville Cardinal team. Tigers kind of shot themselves in the foot with a few too many turnovers, and then didn't try and go back inside. It was so successful against Bakersfield. I was kind of surprised. They kind of went away from that. They tried to do it early. St. Paul got in some foul trouble, and then Pryor came in and did a pretty good job in that second half. But unfortunately, the Tigers just couldn't get any momentum going, and Steelville did. The Harris boy, Gage Harris, finished with 15 points. He led the way for everybody in the game. He had 7 rebounds as well. 12 points for Jackson Woods on a couple of threes. He really kind of put a nail in the coffin, hitting a 3 or a 2 late in that fourth quarter, and where the Salem Tigers had a 3 possession deficit, excuse me. And then when he hit that one, it was just too much too late. So he had 12 points and 6 rebounds. Then finishing up, Vincent Lorraine at a couple of threes. He had 8 points in the game and a couple of rebounds. 7 points for Parker Davis, who played very well for Steelville. He had 4 rebounds. And then Malachi Bruno, their point guard, actually I kind of call him their quarterback guard. He had 4 points, all late in the game, 3 rebounds. 4 points for Landon Matthews, a rebound for Cale Cottrell, and then 4 points for Aiden Settles, and he had 2 rebounds in the game. 27 total rebounds for Steelville in the contest. They went 8 of 10 from the free throw line. They had 14 turnovers, 10 steals in the game. The Salem Tigers, Gavin Sapal led the way with 13 points. He was followed by Braden Gash with 11, 7 by Brody Ray, 6 for Roy Stevens. Luke Pryor had 4, and Cade Moody had a couple. League rebounder in the game was Sapal with 7, 6 for Pryor, and then 2 each for Thomas, as well as Moody and Brody Ray, 1 for Braden Gaps in the game for the Salem Tigers. And also Roy Stevens had a rebound in there as well. Salem Tigers 19 rebounds in the game. They got out-rebounded 27-19. And Steelville Cardinals did a little bit better job at the free throw line, 8 of 10, 80%. Salem Tigers 8 out of 12 on the night. Salem finished with 15 turnovers and 8 steals in the contest. The Tigers will try and correct the ship when they go down to Bunker Friday night. It'll be a double-header of sorts for us down there. We'll have the girls' game from Bunker at 5 o'clock. The Lady Tigers and the Lady Eagles will battle. And again, that'll be 5 o'clock, 4:50 with Tiger Talk coach Cody Woody. And then we'll have the JV boys game down there. We'll not be carrying that game on KSMO Media or KSMO Radio. And then we'll also bring you the Salem Tigers and the Bunker Eagles game at about 7:10 to 7:15 on KSMO Radio, and also video streaming in on KSMO Media. So another doubleheader coming your way. Then next week we'll have the game with Sullivan on Monday. Clay Moody will be doing the broadcast on that one. And then we'll turn around on Tuesday, and that'll be the game with Sullivan, the boys' game that was snowed out. And then they'll turn around and take on Houston on Tuesday. Now, the girls will be playing Bell at 5, so we'll have that contest for you on KSMO Radio and KSMO Media. We'll video stream that. Again, that's the girls' game against Bell, and then the boys will take on Houston. That game with Houston, obviously 6 o'clock JV action. Will not bring you the JV game. We'll bring you the varsity boys game. Again, Clay Moody on the calls on those, and that will be Tuesday night from the high school gymnasium. So a lot of basketball coming up here in the next few days. We hope you'll enjoy it here on KSMO. Again, the Salem varsity Tigers fell to Steelville by a final score of 54-43. JV did win tonight. They won by 25, 59-34 over the Steelville Cardinals. For Ben back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanking you for joining us for Tiger basketball. Didn't come out our way as Tigers lose it tonight to the Steelville Cardinals by 11, 54-43. We hope you enjoy the contest, and don't forget to be careful out there. We'll talk to you again on Friday from Bunker. In the meantime, have yourselves a great evening and good night from Steelville.
You have been listening to exclusive coverage of Salem Tiger sports on KSMO. Today's action was brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem License Bureau, Jet Tire and Auto, Legends Automotive LLC, Discount Bins of Salem, American Family Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells Broker Owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, Hubs Tire Center, Technology Junkyard, Moe's Cleaning Services. Be sure to join us again next time for Salem Tiger Sports, exclusively on KSMO.